Cock-a-doodle-doo. I said cock-a-doodle-doo. Good morning. Are you awake? Wake up, cock-a-doodle-doo. The rooster's here. It's Monday. It's a new week. You need to wake up. Get out there and be awesome. Cock-a-doodle-doo, good morning. Welcome to Rooster Mode Activated. I'm Dean, the Turkey Lakester, but right now I am your Rooster Wake Up Call on Monday. It is Monday, March the 30th of 2026. So welcome in. Good morning. I know the show has been on a hiatus for a while. If you thought that Rooster Mode Activated had been canceled, it hadn't. It's been on a hiatus since early February. Um, and yeah. Good morning. I see in the live chat, I see Lyle so far. Hello, Lyle. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I hope more friends will find the stream and will find the stream uh, soon. Um, but I'm going to do it anyway, and then, with time, I'll push that out that the stream is back. Paul Engel, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're having a great Monday morning. So it is back. This Rooster Mode Activated is back. All right. This nose is this beak. I should say the beak. The beak is a little annoying. So I'm going to take that off. We're just going to do this part. Good morning, Mom. Welcome in. Yeah. It's Rooster Mode Activate. I'm so happy to be able to bring this back. This was an exciting show idea that I had, and oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I'm able to bring it back. I'm glad I was able to bring back Let's Talk Turkey. That's on Saturday nights. This is a fun idea that I had that I'm excited to give to you guys. So, if you're watching on the replay, hello, leave me a comment, tell me that you're watching. Rooster Mode Activated is back. It is on Monday mornings, and it is at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's here to help get you going. Lyle says, I think Monday morning work. Well, that's one reason why I'm here. So I'm here to help maybe try to clear some of that work blues out of your out of your out of the system if I can. If I can't, oh well. It was fun trying. Um, it sure was fun trying. Oh yeah. So I was getting some material together for the show yesterday, and I think I did a good job. I let me make sure. I may not have a word definition to necessarily. Let's see here. Hold on. I thought I had it. I have a quote. I don't necessarily have. I'm going to have a quote, and I'm going to have a scripture, a Bible verse, to share with you guys. But I don't have a word or a definition um, this week. I'll get on that. I'm gonna start preparing at least that part of the streams for future weeks. Plan it out, have some of that ready to go. The Disney news is an ongoing thing that I'm going to track, and um, yeah, and it's just kind of an ongoing thing. So good morning, welcome in everybody. Hope you're having a good morning. Yes. So Rooster Mode Activated, as I was thinking about it too, is it also might be a shorter stream, possibly in like the 20 to 30 minute range, which is fine. Um, but my goal is to go live and give you a little cock-a-doodle-doo to your morning. So it's Monday, guys. Get out there, seize the day, rise and shine, and prove to the world how wonderful and awesome you can be. Um, so, and where was it? Okay. Instead of following like all the Disney news this week, I kind of went, I wouldn't call it lazy, but I did something different that I'm going to read to you. I consulted with Google Gemini, which is Google's AI thing, and I asked it about Walt Disney World news from the past week. So I'm going to start with this segment. Where is it? It's time for What in the Walt Disney World is Going On? A peek at the news from the most magical place on Earth. So, all right, let me read this. This is from Google Gemini. This is what it gave me in response. I'm not going to read it word for word, but I will read the little intro that it did. It said, it has been a busy final week of March at Walt Disney World, with several updates ranging from major construction milestones to new permits for fan favorite attractions. In Magic Kingdom, we have Piston Peak National Park. This massive expansion, the Beyond Big Thunder project, is now in full swing. The northern and western sections of the river are gone, replaced by a pad of land that will house the two upcoming Cars-themed attractions. That's kind of older news. We know that's happening, so I don't know. Refurbishment updates. Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin is officially slated to reopen next week on April 8th, 2026, featuring updated blasters and a new robot assistant named Buddy. Big Thunder Mountain remains on track for an early May reopening with its new Rainbow Caverns effects. So that's what we found out about Magic Kingdom. Epcot, soaring across America. On March 24th, Disney filed new permits for set elements at the Soarin' attraction. The ride is scheduled for a brief closure from May 14th to May 26th of 2026. The official transition from Soarin' Around the World to the new Soarin' Across America film. To officially transition from Soarin' Across Around the World to the new Soarin' Across America film. Sorry, I read that a little bit wrong. Which is part of the Disney Celebrates America 250th Anniversary Initiative. Easter festivities! The Extravaganza scavenger hunt is now active across World Showcase. You can pick up maps at the Creation Shop to hunt for Disney character themed eggs near the various pavilions. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing that on the channel. I opted to do the Spike the Bee scavenger hunt, and that is on the channel. But they had that second scavenger hunt going on uh, leading up to Easter. Um, but and I did see. I think I saw one or two eggs while I was streaming. I think I showed those on the live stream. Just kind of pointed them out um, as I saw them. But yeah, really fun. Um, the resorts and Hollywood studios. So at the resorts, the Grand Floridian Tea Room, the newly reimagined tea room, reopened on March 19th with an Alice in Wonderland inspired menu. If you're looking for a spot, reservations have been filling up nearly as soon as they drop. That is to be expected with a brand new offering like this. No, you try and hope you get in, or I don't know. Um, Muppet Mobile Lab, while Rock and Roller Coaster remains closed for its Muppet themed overhaul, construction walls are up and work is progressing quickly for its scheduled summer 2026 debut. That's more or less old news. Um, And it also says if you are headed to the parks this week, keep in mind that daylight saving time has shifted the schedule slightly, giving you an extra hour of evening light for photos around the pavilions before the nighttime spectaculars begin. So that's all that Gemini gave me on that. I'm going to follow all the news sources and I'll have my own recap of this week's Disney news. One update relating to Easter: if anyone is going to be down at Disney, um, they are requiring some extra proof of. They're requiring. Let me say it this way: they're limiting the transportation from Disney Springs over to the resorts. On the buses. They are kind of requiring that you are a resort guest or that you have a dining reservation in order to take the buses. So I saw a couple updates that they were doing that, and that's likely just for Easter because of higher demands on the transportation system. And so that is one note, very interesting. It's not permanent. One of the articles pointed out that if they were going to do that just on a permanent basis, it would require a lot of significant changes. So this is just for through Easter, and it likely they will ease up on being so strict. Um, but that was interesting. Also, back on March 18th, I don't know if I talked about this a lot. I probably did, but March 18th, Disney had their shareholders meeting, and Josh D'Amaro became the brand new Disney CEO. And what's her name? Dana Walden became the new. She is the president of the Disney company, as well as having to do with the creative side. I should have looked that up, but anyway. So I promise on next week I will be more into following all of the news items and the highlights that come out and all of the super interesting updates I am going to have ready to share for you guys. So those are just a few pieces of the Disney news. There's a lot going on. There was the the construction updates. Um, there, I've seen a lot of updates about new merchandise that's dropping. I'm not really interested in covering that. There are places you can follow for information on all the new merchandise. There's new merch coming out everywhere. So anyway, yeah, like I am optimistic that he will. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Do. So Rooster Mode activated. There we go. We'll switch back to that banner. What do you guys have going up? I know Lyle, you said your day's going to be pressure washing a house, mowing a 1.5 acre yard. Yeah. I have to go out do a couple errands. I'm probably going to head out pretty soon here after I end the stream. Um, I need to go grocery shopping and I need to make, I think there's one other stop that I need to make. So I'll be doing some errands this morning and then I am going to be here the rest of the day. I will probably record the next Once Upon a Turkey Leg for the channel. I've got a couple more Easter themed stories that I want to do this week before we reach Easter next weekend, and then I'll be doing some other stories. So if you haven't checked out the new Once Upon a Turkey Leg, it is up and it is set as a podcast. Do 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 do. So, oops. Let me come over here. I'm going to try to find it really quickly. It's under podcast. If you go under podcast, so actually there is YouTube automatically set a previous iteration of Once Upon a Turkey Leg. So that is up. But the 2026 spring reboot is what I'm referring to. And trying to think here. Trying to think if I can share the playlist, but it's on there. If you missed the and so being this is the reboot, I'm kind of restarting in terms of the episodes. So I'm calling this episode 1 because it is on the new the kind of the new version of Once Upon a Turkey Leg, not being live in a public stream. So there it is. That's the first episode. If you go to the podcast tab on my YouTube front page, you can get to the playlist for the podcast. And so the most recent list is the 2026 spring reboot, but that is the link in the chat is the first episode. So I'm going to do in a couple more, at least 2 more episodes for this week. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we go ahead and share some words for you guys. First, we've got Dean's Dictionary words you need to know. I actually do not have the words, but I do have So like I said, I have a quote and then I have a quote for you. So these aren't necessarily a word and a definition, but it's a quote. And it's a quote. Really good one. This is from Martin Luther King Jr. And he said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. It's a good quote there from Martin Luther King Jr. I thought I looked up a word that looked interesting. Let me see if I can find it again. So I can actually give you trying to remember the word. Um, what was it? That's it. That's the word. Okay, I do have a word. Tiki Man fan, good morning. Hello. And Robin, good morning. I Heart Disney. Good morning. Welcome in. So I did find a word for you to consider today. Words you need to know or be reminded that they exist and to think about. I thought this was a nice one. This is called zephyr. This word is zephyr. Zephyr. Zephyr is a soft, gentle breeze or a gentle west wind. It often refers to a light, pleasant, or refreshing wind, particularly in poetic or literary contexts. Originating from the Greek god of the wind, Zephyrus, the term also describes lightweight fabrics, clothing, or soft yarns. Synonyms of zephyr are breeze, puff of wind, puff as in a puff of wind, air, and waft. Sorry. So they have some usage examples that they give down here, and one of them that I really like is the metaphorical one. It says, the speaker's calm words were a zephyr in the tense room. So I hope that my stream this morning is as a zephyr in your morning and your start to your Monday. Zephyr. 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 And then let me read you words of life, something to get you through the day from the Bible. So today I've got, and this, I shared this on my Facebook as a memory. This popped up. I had posted this back in 2017. This is Jeremiah 17, chapter 17, verses 7 through 8. It says, but blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit. So that is Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 7 and 8. 7 through 8. So really, really great. Really, really great. So, all right, guys, that's it. Rooster mode activated for this morning. Um, that's all I have really. Hopefully there'll be a lot of Disney news I can kind of cover a little bit more in depth. Next week I will be a little bit, hopefully we'll have more. Next week, also, programming note, I may be live a little bit earlier than 8. Um, I am planning to head down to Disney Springs next Monday, um, as it is my birthday, and I am doing a stream from Disney Springs, but I am also doing Rooster Mode Activated next week. So it could be quarter 7:45 or 7:30, as early as 7:30 next week, just to kind of get going a little earlier on my day. So look for there are going to be 2 streams um, on the channel. Rooster Mode Activated, probably 7:30 or 7:45. Um, we'll see. And then at probably 10:30, I gotta just go and make sure that the times. David T, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. It's me, David T. So, anyway, I don't have mobile streams planned for this week. At the moment, watch for again those Once Upon a Turkey Leg um, uh, episodes to come up on the channel probably tomorrow, and Friday is what I'm aiming to do. And then, of course, Saturday evening at 8, I will be live for Let's Talk Turkey. Um, so, so this is Holy Week. Of course, yesterday was Palm Sunday, and then there's the Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, and then of course Easter Sunday. Um, Next week, and so great week. Important week, I should say. Important week in the for that. So, yeah, David, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, they are. Disney is checking your reservation status, whether you're riding, if you're trying to ride. Um, so, um, yeah. All right, guys. Well, go have a great Monday. Have a great Monday. Go, as I said, rise and shine. Go be awesome. And I will see you next time here on Rooster Mode Activated. So, guys, have a cock-a-doodle-terrific day and take care. And I'll see you next time. Bye.